and the next congressman for District 7.
In a country built on optimism and opportunity, we should all be uncomfortable with the deep undercurrent of pessimism that pervades us today. The economic uncertainty that people face is real, and for many there is hardship. Today, I am here to start the conversation about how we can preserve the American dream, restore the hopes of the forgotten middle class, and reclaim the future for our children. The path ahead is not easy. It will require creativity, common sense, and courage. Too often, Congress has washed its hands off the responsibility of fighting for education, jobs, and a safe and secure retirement. And that's why I have asked you here today to formally announce my candidacy for New Jersey's 7th Congressional. Perhaps it is appropriate that today we gather just across Somerset County Vocational and Technical High School, an institution that is dedicated to job training and teaching skills to enter the modern workforce. As I came here this morning, I was reminded of my own educational experiences. In high school back in India, I worked hard and studied math and science. I wanted to go to college desperately. When my father told me that he did not have the money to send me to college, I applied for scholarships. I rode the bus every day, studying from early in the morning and working late into the night. I was determined to get a degree. 5 years later, I finished my studies in engineering, and I knew that I had the ability to have what others in my family wouldn't, a better life. For too long, politicians in Congress have forgotten the value of an education and what it means to children and for our families. We hear it today on student loans and education funding. This week, if Congress does not act, the interest rate for federal loans will double to 6.8%. This is unacceptable. 7.4 million college students depend on these loans to help get them access to education. And if Congress does not act, students and their families will suffer. We must make politicians understand that education is not an expense. It is an investment in our economy. It is the great equalizer between those who have much and those who need more. It's the pathway to economic opportunity. As we prepare our children for the future, they cannot be let down by the short-sightedness of today's politics in Congress. They cannot be stifled because Congress cannot get over its partisan bickering. There is a better way. There is a future that we should all agree on. Let's agree to teach the skills required to compete and thrive in a high-tech economy. Let's agree to make education affordable for middle-class families. Let's agree to not letting our children be saddled by the despair of debt. Let's agree to prepare our children for the challenges ahead and renew the promise of America to future generations. that Congress must do better. Some of you may have traveled far to get here. Maybe not nearly as far as me. Or as far as others to look for a job. When my friend Gopal Bhai told me that I should go to America for higher education and a better life, I told him I did not know anybody in America. And also, I did not have the money to study. He encouraged me that I should apply for admission and take a chance. With $20 application fee, I applied to one college, City College, New York. My student visa was denied 2 times due to lack of financial support. Gopal Bhai loaned me $4,000 towards my education. And I went back to the US consulate with the hope of obtaining the visa the 3rd attempt. And I succeeded. And I came to New York within a few days. America is the land of opportunity where immigrants like me travel far and succeed. The fact of the matter is that I stand here today because of the economic opportunities afforded to hard-working people in this country and the opportunity that once existed for our middle class. But today, Congress has taken the troubling attitude that economic pains of America's middle class are not their problems. And when we need them most, partisan gridlock has left Congress frozen, unwilling to act on matters of economy and job creation. The America we know and love is the very thing that our leaders must stand up and protect. There is much that I believe. You could have clapped that. There is much that I believe we can do to improve the situation. I'm an engineer by trade. When I see problems, my natural inclination is to fix them. I was lucky. I spent most of my professional life at AT&T Bell Labs, located right here in the 7th Congressional District. My job was to find solutions to complex problems. Many people believed that the work we did was to try to solve problems that didn't have solutions. I tell you as an engineer and your next congressman that every problem has a solution. America needs to hear this, and our district needs to know that we are still great. In Washington, D.C., we have a Congress that is too concerned with politics, less concerned with good ideas. The guiding principle of any person seeking to hold office should be the application of solutions over partisanship. The problem isn't that we do not know the solutions for what's going on. It is that we have a Congress that isn't listening to us. When it comes to job growth, we must apply sound thinking to beat back our economic uncertainty. To add jobs to the economy immediately, Congress must provide incentives to help America's new economy businesses grow. And in turn, we must provide American companies with the best trained workforce in the world. Whether small business or large, we must assure companies that they can invest with confidence. Companies must see a bright future doing work right here in America. Now I stand before you today, 12 years since I took retirement from Bell Labs. I was able to do so by working hard, investing heavily in my own retirement, and living extremely frugally. Probably more so than my wife of 30 years of age when we started out. But growing up in India with so little, it was the only way to live I knew. We both work very hard. Daisy has been a teacher at both Catholic and public schools to save and put our children, Suraj and Damayanti, through college at Rutgers University. My family serves as a constant reminder of what my efforts have been all about. A better life for all who will work and sacrifice for it, and a better future for our next generation. Many of you here have already lived your American dream through hard work and sacrifice. I will go to Congress to make sure that the promises made to you are promises kept. That means the promise of Medicare to those who have worked hard and played by the rules must be secured. Looking back, I know that it was many life lessons and opportunities that made my improbable rise from poor immigrant to professional engineer to now Deputy Speaker of New Jersey General Assembly. I guess you can say I continue to live the lessons that regardless of how far a person comes, we know how far they can go is only limited by their educational opportunities, what the economy can offer, and what security the future can hold. In my public life, I have worked with Democrats and Republicans alike to pass meaningful legislation, providing educational opportunities, tax cuts that helps businesses grow, and securing retirement for hardworking people. If you want to end the bitter partisanship and fix our country's problems, then we together can face the future. Many people say it can be done. I stand here before you and say it can. Many people will say that our time has passed. I stand before you and tell you it hasn't. Many people have lost faith in our ability to see tough problems through. I stand before you and say we will. Many people have lost faith in what can happen tomorrow. I stand before you and say that our fight for the future begins now. Today, I stand before you and begin my candidacy for Congress.
There are a couple of people who came in during the speech, and before I recognize them, we don't want to forget anybody. I see there's some family members who have shown up too. Lamont Gill is Vice Chair of Bedminster. I see him in the audience. And the Chairman of Franklin is here, Joe Danielson. Councilman Tony Franzitelli from Boundbrook is also attending. Anybody else is sneaking around out there, you need to raise your hand. Okay, that's it? Oh, the campaign manager would like a final word.
Just very brief. More important, I want to invite you all to give your names to our staff because we will need you as volunteers. We will need you in the tough times to knock on doors, make phone calls, and be with us the extra hour, the extra day, the extra week. That is the way we will be winning this race. I have been with Upendra since the end of April, beginning of May, and I have absolutely never seen a more hard-working candidate. This man has been up every day, 5:30, 6 o'clock. He's been making phone calls to raise money, and he's been out every weekend at events. In 1998, I had the pleasure of working with Rush Holt, 1998, of working with Rush Holt in a very tough race then. I sensed the same people in this room, the same type of people that pushed Rush over the top then to help put Upendra over the top this year. This is going to be a tough year, it's going to be a fun year, and we need your help, and this campaign starts now. Thank you.
I never let anybody have the last word. You're all welcome to stay around and meet with Upendra. I don't know whether we have coffee or anything around, but in any event, he's available for pictures, he's available for consult, and as Joey pointed out, we really do need a lot of help, and we welcome all of your efforts and your support. Hopefully